Today, a new bill that would raise Wisconsin's minimum wage to $20 an hour is being introduced in the state legislature. A group from our area is traveling to Madison to show support for this bill. Kristen Allen is in Bellevue to tell us what the group hopes to accomplish.
The group Citizen Action of Wisconsin will be in Madison today. They left earlier this morning from this park and ride here across from the Brown County Sheriff's Office. They'll be sharing stories about how low wages have impacted them and their families and advocating for this bill that would increase Wisconsin's minimum wage. Currently, the state's minimum wage is $7.25 and has remained unchanged since 2009. This new legislation would raise the minimum wage to $20 per hour, reduce the tip penalty, and increase the minimum wage for those who are making tips. The bill is sponsored by Representative Angelina Cruz and Senator Kelda Roys. And in the Green Bay area, Representative Ahmad Rivera Wagner also supports this bill. He, along with others in the community, say this increase is long overdue.
With this kind of minimum wage increase going up to $20 an hour, it'd be the first real wage increase in a generation. That's not asking too much, especially with a $2 billion surplus. And we know that costs are just eating people alive.
I can't afford dental care. That's going to be a problem. Recently, I started having issues with my health that I had to go to the doctor more, and my health insurance went up by like almost $200. It's just difficult.
There will also be a town hall on April 17th where you can ask questions about this new legislation as well. Reporting in Bellevue, Kristen Allen, Action 2 News.